This is not your average feel-good fairy tale. The godfather of MotoGP warfare whispered brutal truths into the ears of a WorldSBK king about what it takes to survive the prototype crucible. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu isn't just stepping up, he's walking into fire with a shotgun. And behind him, the shadow of Marc, the man who's rewritten every rule of racing warfare. This is the violent origin story of MotoGP's next baptism by fire. Here's the thing, this ain't about ambition. This ain't about legacy. This is war. Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, the Sultan of Stoppies, the demon of WorldSBK, the man who turned BMW into a goddamn freight train, didn't just wake up one day and think, let me try MotoGP. Nah, he walked out of a kingdom he built with blood, sweat, and Turkish steel because he wanted to kill giants. And the first name on that list? Marc Marquez. But you don't just walk into the lion's den and expect to come out swinging. You need someone who knows the terrain. Someone who's bled on that asphalt, who's danced with the devil at 366 km/h, who's held every crown and buried every rival. Toprak didn't go to Dorna. He didn't call Rossi. He called the OG, Marc. Because if you're gonna play the Game of Thrones in MotoGP, you better learn from the man who built the damn throne and burned the church it stood in. Chapter 1. The King of SBK walks away from his throne. Let's make one thing brutally clear. Toprak didn't have to do this. 2024 and 2025? Those years belong to him. BMW didn't give him a title contender. He built one from scratch with his bare hands and bare teeth. 33 wins out of 54, a win rate north of 60%. He made the M1000RR look like it was forged in Olympus. But glory got boring. He beat Rhea, he beat Bautista, he made Titans look like background dancers, and when there's no more war left in your land, you sail to new shores. MotoGP wasn't a promotion, it was a declaration of war. He knew the risk. This ain't a series where your old tricks work. This is full-blown prototype madness. Custom frames, alien electronics, carbon brakes, seamless gearboxes. You step wrong once and you eat gravel and humiliation. But Toprak smiled. Because the challenge wasn't the bike, it was the man waiting for him on the other side of the pit lane. The godfather of violence picks up the phone. You think Marquez is just sitting in a Ducati garage laughing at memes? No, he's the architect of empires and the destroyer of dynasties. So when his phone rings and it's Toprak Razgatlıoğlu on the other end, it ain't a fanboy moment. It's warrior to warrior. Two apex predators talking war plans. No fake humility, no media quotes. Just brutal truths between killers. Toprak didn't ask for tips, he asked for scars, and Marc gave it to him raw. Open quote, "They're going to underestimate you. They're going to smile to your face, but the first time you break late and come in hot, they'll try to break you." Close quote. Marquez knows this story too well. The switch from Honda to Ducati wasn't a transfer, it was a resurrection. He told Toprak, open quote, "You'll ride it. You'll hate it. You'll think the electronics are fighting you. But the bike doesn't give a damn about your past. Make it obey." Close quote. This wasn't mentorship. This was preparation for psychological warfare. Toprak ain't naive. He knew Marc didn't do this out of kindness. This was a chess move. Teach the lion how to fight dragons and watch him slaughter your rivals before he gets to you. Chapter 3. Razgatlıoğlu's Ride into Hell. Pramac signed him. Ducati nodded, but the garage ain't a welcome party. It's a crucible. The paddock, watching with smirks, waiting for the superbike kid to crash and cry. But here's where it gets filthy. The one ace up Toprak's sleeve? Pirelli. The entire MotoGP grid is about to switch from Michelin to Pirelli in 2026. Toprak? He's been caressing those rubber compounds since puberty. And Marquez knew it. In fact, rumor has it Marc even told Ducati, open quote, "If you're smart, you'll sign him now. Because in 2026, when the rest of them are sliding around like clowns, this guy will already be gone." Close quote. The paddock doesn't like it, but they feel it. Toprak is walking into their house, with their tires, on a Ducati, and he's ready to make them all look like tourists. Chapter 4. Racecraft Rage and the Code of Marc breaking. That's where most MotoGP rookies die. Superbikes let you feel the chassis twist, the tire scream, the steel shake. But MotoGP, she whispers, and when she bites, it's too late. Toprak lives on the edge, one wheel in the air, elbows in the wind, a demon dancing on death's line. But that doesn't always work in this league. And that's where Marc came in again. He didn't hand out brake maps, he handed out mindset. Open quote, "Don't tame your style, refine the madness, shape it like a blade. They want you to conform, I want you to explode." Close quote, that's the Marquez code. And Toprak took it to heart. Chapter 5, The Lions and the Sheep. 2026 will be blood. The adaptation curve will break bones and egos. The Ducati won't play nice. The paddock politics will try to drown him in whispers. But Marc, he gave him the mental roadmap. He told him the truth. Open quote, "They don't fear your past. They fear what you'll become when the leash is off." Close quote, and make no mistake, Marc didn't hand Toprak a guide to beat him. He handed him the keys to blow up everyone else first. Because Marc's not just playing for 2026, he's playing for 2027. When the grid resets, when the rubber changes, when legends fall, and only the killers survive, that's when Marquez wants to face Toprak, one-on-one. No excuses, a real fight. Chapter 6, The OG's Gambit. See, this is the part nobody talks about. Marc isn't scared of Toprak. He's sculpting him. Why? Because Marc is sick of cowards. He's bored of riders racing for second. He wants chaos. He wants war. So he's planting a bomb in the paddock, shaped like a Turkish demon with stoppies for days. This is legacy building with blood. And when Toprak finally makes it to the top, if he does, it won't be despite Marc. It'll be because of him. Because real gangsters don't fear the storm. They teach others how to survive it, so when it's time, they can fight them under lightning and hellfire. Chapter 7, Fire in His Veins. Toprak isn't here for the paycheck. He doesn't give a damn about being liked. He's not interested in the Rookie of the Year trophy. He came here to race Marc, not follow him, not learn from him, to fight him. And when the paddock finally wakes up to what's happening, it'll be too late. 2026 is just the test. 2027, that's the war. The Pirelli advantage, the Ducati muscle, the aggression tuned by the Godfather himself. And there's another twist. Marc knows Toprak is coming. He doesn't just welcome it, he wants it. Because real wolves want to fight wolves, not sheep. Baptism by blood. So here we are, Toprak Razgatlıoğlu, the last outlaw of WorldSBK, the man who broke RIA, the man who dragged BMW from irrelevance and turned it into a monster. Now he's stepping into MotoGP, surrounded by sharks in silk suits and riders who act like rock stars but ride like accountants. But he's not coming empty-handed. He's coming loaded, with chaos in his mind, with fire in his soul, and Marc Marquez's ghost whispering in his damn ear. This isn't a fairy tale. This is a blood pact between two apex predators who understand one truth. This world ain't for the polite. It's for killers. Toprak didn't jump to MotoGP to find comfort. He came to chase the one man who turns gods into ghosts. And yeah, you can fight Marc Marquez. Many have. But to dethrone him, you need titanium in your soul. You need steel in your eyes. You need balls the size of continents. Because the moment you even think about challenging him, the gravel trap's already warming up with your name on it. Ask the others. Ask Jorge. Ask Pecco. Ask the entire grid that's been chewed and spit out since Marc came back swinging. And now, everyone's watching. Because Thailand isn't just another opening round. It's a f***ing battlefield. That humid, boiling Chang International Circuit will host the beginning of something savage. All eyes will be on number 54 on Pramac Yamaha. What Toprak brings to Thailand will be watched from every garage, every media room, and every haunted corner of Marquez's mind. Because if he's coming, he better come ready to burn. This isn't adaptation. This isn't promotion. This is war. Marc lit the fire. Toprak's bringing the gasoline. And when those red lights go out in Thailand, the entire grid will feel what happens when two kings collide.